I got a gripe to settle with the WWE. Gonna be honest here. I don't know. I vocalized this for a very long time. This has been 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the making. The WWE is absolute horrible stench in professional wrestling. It is the epitome of professional wrestling garbage. A garbage business model, a garbage writing staff, a garbage effort, a garbage point of care, an absolutely horrific lack of development, a horrific lack of truth, and I'm honestly extremely tired of it. Extreme Rules was last night. Usually we film the Monday show the Sunday morning, but we knew Extreme Rules was coming on, and I wanted to see exactly what Extreme Rules had to offer. So there's a reason why we're doing this live at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, or 7:30 in the morning now. And the big reason for that is because I wanted to see exactly what Extreme Rules had to offer, because I wanted to be able to go into this topic on the show with a bit more, hot and ready critique on the company. Let me get one thing started. We are currently in the full swing of the World Wrestling Entertainment era, the wrestling's worst era. And for those of you who are thinking and talking and speaking up and claiming that this era has been going on ever since WCW died, I got news for you. You're right. Simple as that. You are absolutely correct. This era has been going on since 2001. There's a reason why everybody in the professional wrestling industry, why everybody in the professional wrestling landscape, and in the industry's overall arching fan base are fucking done with this company. Since 2001, there's been a lack of creative effort. Since 2001, there's been a lack of dynamic. Since 2001, there's been a lack of care. There's been a lack of, seemingly everything that you need for professional wrestling to succeed. It is an amazement that the WWE has managed to make it this far. Professional wrestling is great. Professional wrestling is fantastic. All professional wrestling promotions are fantastic in their own way. If they're extremely successful yet horrible in product, they're incredible because they have managed to make such success in the past that has gotten them to the point they are in. If they are fantastic at the moment but have a little success, then they are fantastic for being able to put on the best content possible even without the most resources. The WWE is the worst wrestling promotion in the world today that has the fucking attention that it does. When it comes down to pro wrestling, in terms of the regular, everyday person, American, Russian, European, doesn't matter. I don't care. Russian and European, the same goddamn thing. I'm just trying to get at a point. Whenever you think of professional wrestling as them, you always think of the letters WWE. Beforehand, you used to think of the letters WWF. That honestly sickens me. Extreme Rules was last night, as I mentioned. Horrible, horrible, horrible writing. Asuka fucking ruined within 3 months. Shinsuke Nakamura's momentum ruined, derailed, and a very effortless response to be able to pick it back up. The Extreme Rules match for the Women's Championship was horrible. Made absolutely no sense. AJ Styles versus Rusev was great. Well, great for what it was. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins was great despite the countdown clock from the crowd. But the majority of the card was extremely forgettable. The Raw Tag Team title match was short, forgettable. The United States Championship match was a dud, horrible. On top of that, the SmackDown Live Tag Team title match, poor writing, poor execution. The card was forgettable. And that got me thinking. Name your professional wrestling promotions, and you can think of a time where They put on a pay-per-view or a special or a big event in which they delivered, and it was an undeniably really good card. New Japan, I can make an argument for the G1 in San Francisco special. That's still going on. With Impact Wrestling, I would go ahead and say Redemption. They're working with a diluted roster, and yet are still putting on fantastic stories. USW, I can make a case for Octane this past, 2 weeks ago now. I can make a case for pretty much everything going up to Call to Greatness, and even at Call to Greatness and beforehand. WWE, can't make the case for Extreme Rules. Can't make the case for their Royal Rumble special. Can't make the case for their Money in the Bank show. Can't make the case for their WrestleMania show. Can't make the case, sure as hell can't make the case for Backlash. Can't make the case for Elimination Chamber. Can't make the case for Fastlane. I can make the case for Royal Rumble. But before that, there's little to nothing. Every promotion this year, other than the WWE, that gets some attention by the wrestling community, has put on at least multiple, undeniably really good shows this year. Ring of Honor and its Supercard of Honor special. I have not seen a show other than the Royal Rumble that was able to deliver for the WWE in a really good way. WrestleMania, it was fun, but you expect that. Wasn't really a good show overall, in my opinion, but I digress. A lot of people complain about Dave Meltzer's attention and favoritism towards the New Japan roster. I don't always agree with Dave Meltzer. I don't always like to discuss Dave Meltzer's work because I think we are in two different realms of the pro wrestling industry. One from an active wrestler looking in and then going back out and looking out, and an insider that has the in without one specific thing that I have that looks out from that looks outwards and looks outwards inwards that I don't have. So I like to steer clear of this whole topic of conversation, but I feel like it needs to be addressed in this case if I'm talking about WWE. There's the huge, heavy criticism towards Dave Meltzer that he favors New Japan over the WWE. What I say to that is good. I'm glad one of the most, let's just say modern-day notorious wrestling figures in terms of journalism is paying more attention to the promotions that actually fucking matter. The promotions that actually fucking count towards pro wrestling, that aren't a constant shit stain on the aura that is professional wrestling. Dave Meltzer is, you can say whatever the hell you want about his favoritism towards New Japan, but he is giving a wrestling promotion that actually makes effort towards its product the attention because it deserves it. The WWE does not deserve it, and I guarantee you one of the only reasons he really talks about the WWE on his show is because of the status of WWE in the pro wrestling industry. I guarantee you, if the WWE was in Impact Wrestling's kind of territory, where it was just kind of out there, but nobody really gave a shit, he would not nearly talk about it as much. Well, here we are, and people complain about that. People complain about the fact that he does not spend enough time on the WWE, or at least does not spend enough effort towards caring about their product. I'm glad he doesn't, because it shows that New Japan, promotions like New Japan, promotions like Impact, promotions like Ring of Honor, promotions like USW, promotions like Progress, promotions all over the world, many times better than WWE, are getting the notice that they deserve, that the WWE does not deserve. And I don't know why people complain about that. It's a good thing. The WWE has monopolized professional wrestling for the better part of the past 20 years, and that is not a good thing. There is a reason for why when companies bring up patents towards products, the maximum they can get is 10 to 30 years on the product, because whomever issues the fucking patent, doesn't matter what brand of your country's legal system offers the patent, they don't want you monopolizing the whole fucking industry, because at that point in time, competition becomes scarce, and nobody wants to have one thing they care about monopolized by something that doesn't really give a shit about them or the product that they put out. They only care about the goddamn bottom line, which is the shittiest business practice I have seen in professional wrestling anywhere. You can't care about the bottom line as a professional wrestling industry, a professional wrestling company, a professional wrestling promotion, without caring about the product you put in. And the product that the WWE has put on has been jack shit. Look at the guys that had promise under different leadership in NXT, in a different territory, in a different fucking show. Granted, it's a completely different audience, it's a completely different fan base, different structure. Whatever the fuck case you may make, the WWE has it easy with NXT. Guys like Shinsuke Nakamura, guys like Samoa Joe, which has been off and on, but I won't add him in there because I feel like, it's a different case with Samoa Joe. But let's make the case for guys that were successful in NXT that weren't on the main roster, or at least haven't really broken free yet on the main roster. Shinsuke Nakamura, you can add in guys like Tyler Breeze, you can add in guys like Bayley, who still floundering around. You can make the case for, hell, any other mid-carder you see today that you didn't really give a shit about, or that you gave little shit about when they first came to the main roster. The point is, or the point that I'm trying to make is, this company has all the talent in the world, and especially the branch that is focused on mostly, has it easy when they bring up new stars because they're already made. You don't need to establish them to an audience of people that don't know anything about them, no matter who you ask in the crowd. You have it easy. These guys are known. These guys are made. And you still fuck them up. You change a successful character for something that absolutely flounders on the main roster. And it's laughable because you keep seeing the WWE aim to get indie guys. Fucking Keith Lee is appearing on NXT very soon. They're still talking about wanting Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks and other members of the Bullet Club and other members of New Japan and Ring of Honor. Yet they have guys like Seth Rollins, they have guys like Dolph Ziggler, they have guys like Tyler Breeze, they have guys like Fandango, they have all of this fantastic fucking talent. Bobby Roode, Eric Young, any guy they've swept from TNA other than AJ Styles that they've done absolutely nothing with or have floundered their careers around. They're aiming for talent. They keep going to sign more talent. So there's a lack of competition. There's a lack of promotions that have that star power because they keep taking it. And yet they don't even know what to do with the talent that they fucking have. I'm sorry that this rant has been all over the place, but it's just something that I have to say. Just fucking completely revolving. I can't wrap my head around it. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Extreme Rules was what? 9 hours ago? Shit show. Shit show before that shit show. Shit show before that shit show. Shit show before that shit show. You gotta be kidding me. The WWE is still high and dry. Fucking $2.3 million Fox TV deal for SmackDown. NXT and 205 Live most likely going to be involved in that deal as well. You've got to be kidding me. I'm just looking forward to when that $2.3 million TV deal runs out and the ratings aren't that great, despite it being on network television in the eyes of the masses that, after quite a while, won't give a shit about it. The ratings will still go down below Fox's standards. They'll kick WWE to the curb. Sure, they've made a $2.3 billion bottom line, but at the same time, you're completely running low on those funds with your contracts and your other fucking bullshit. After Fox decides, yeah, this was a bad decision, you're not pulling in what we need you to pull in, see you later. This major TV deal for the latter half of 2019, that's going to run dry if you keep this bullshit product going. You show a lack of care for the fans, and you expect to pull in guys that don't know what the fuck pro wrestling is? They're not going to give a shit about what pro wrestling is because they're going to be seeing your product and be like, this is definitely not for me. These guys definitely don't care about what they put out. I wish you the best of luck in terms of that, but you're not going to succeed very long on Fox or succeed very long in the masses. You don't have what it takes. You don't have the chops for it. You're not cut out for it. Good luck in your little run. But WWE, this era, this wrestling's worst era is dying out. You're a shit show, and many people are going to know about it come the end of 2019. Welcome to the end of the WWE's era. Welcome to the era where New Japan and Ring of Honor, promotions like those, get the recognition that they fucking deserve, get the notoriety that they deserve, start pulling in casual viewers that you wish to pull in. I wish the best for you, but you're not cut out for it, as I've said multiple times now. This is the end of my fucking rant. Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening. This is Already Complex, back in 60 seconds.